this is the beginning of part 2 of the video review on Live Tabs module. So what we have to do? We have to go back to Manage Tabs, and now I can click Tab 2. I can go under Modules, and I can say the module is located in this page, in the Tabs page, which is the current page that we are. And the module drop-down just shows one item, which is the other module located in this page, which is the booking module that we have just added. So select that, click Add, and it shows under the selected modules that the booking module is now added to the tab 2. From here, just click Update Tab, click Return. Now, tab 1 is still selected. Booking module is no longer here underneath, but if we click on tab 2, now we can see the booking module right here. Okay. Again, the booking module that I did here was just a simple example. You can add any module to the different tabs, including modules from other pages. If we go back to Manage Tabs, I may want to add, let's say, to tab 1, a module belonging to another page. As you can see, we have the pages drop down. We can select another page in the site. Let's say the Getting Started page. We have a bunch of modules there, and we can add one of those modules to this tab. So again, even though I don't find that extremely useful, but it's there for you. So usually if I want to add a module to one of those tabs, I added them to the page and then I add them to the tab module. But again, you have the option to go to other pages and select modules from other pages. Moving along, we also have the permissions tab, which you can say that only certain users will have access to that particular tab. Again, this is related to each tab, so you can do that tab by tab. So again, permissions, you can do that. You also have the option to do some search, to include the content of a tab into the search, into the global DNN search, and you can put search summary here. Again, you can specify if it's searchable or not. And here we also have an option that says integration. With integration, what we can do is we can have, the first option is we can have a URL that will point directly to that tab. Let's say that, well, let's take tab 2 as an example here. If I take this URL and I try to open that, let's say to load in another page, what will happen is that now the tabs page will come up with the second tab already pre-selected. So it's a link to that page and that tab. So again, if you just load the page on itself, what will happen is that it will load tab 1 always. But again, that link that it's provided here links to the tab directly. And then there's also a link HTML code that you can create a little link within the content of your site that will point to that tab. And you also have a JavaScript option here as well. Now, let's have a look at the general tabs, Live Tabs module settings. Because again, those settings that we have covered up to now, they are specific by tab. So let's just move away from this page. Let's return to the main page. Let's go to Manage and let's go to Options. Now from here we have more of generic options for the module as a whole. So under Layout, we can specify the height and width. If they are not specified, the width will take 100% of what is available there in that space, in that container. The height will come up according to the content. Let's try something here. Let's say that we want the height to be 500 pixels. So let's update this. And let's have a look here. Now, you see, regardless of which tab I'm on, it will always have a height of 500 pixels. And if content is bigger than that, there's a scroll bar that goes on the side that you can scroll. If the other option is selected, if height is not specified, then height will be automatically set according to the content height. So it will collapse, it will expand according to the content of that particular tab. That's about layout. Now let's have a look at behavior. So behavior, we have a few options here. Sortable, I mean, that's a little bit interesting, not that much, but it will allow you to move tabs around. So if I update here, have a look back, I will be able to drag those tabs. Kind of interesting, but it's not persistent. So if I flip them and if I go to another page and if I come back, it's back to its original position. So again, it's there. I don't think it's that useful, but it's there anyway. Now, auto selected, it's an interesting one, what it will do is you will be able to just move your mouse over the tabs, and by doing that, it will automatically select that tab. Again, you may want to do that, you may not, but it's there for you. If you move, it selects automatically. You don't need to click. So let's go back there to options, explore them a little bit more. Let's uncheck this. Tabs persistence. Now, this is interesting. If we selected that, here's what will happen. It will remember during postbacks and when you move to other pages and back, it will remember which tab was selected. So let's just give an example here. Tab 1 is selected, I go to home, I go back to tabs page, tab 1 is selected. Now, let's try tab 2. If I go to home, go back, and tab 2 is selected. So it does remember which tab you have selected last. Again, I think it's a nice feature. It's really a nice feature. So let's go back to options. What else we have there? Those are kind of interesting. Rotate tabs. It will basically rotate, go from tab to tab automatically every so often, every 2 seconds. And so let's give it a shot here. Let's wait 2 seconds and it should be flipping. You see, it's flipping automatically, tab 1 to tab 2. Again, you may or may not want to do that. Not sure what might be the reasons to do, but it's there. Now, you can do some sort of rotating content. If let's say, if you hide the tabs, you can hide the tabs, and here's what will happen. So there will be no tabs there at the top. Just the content inside, the modules and the content will be flipping from one to the other one. So you can even maybe use that as a rotating banner. Who knows? Let's manage there again. Go to options, and let's get this back to what it used to be. Hide tabs, not rotating. Okay. Now let's have a look at effects. We have fade and slide. Those are kind of interesting. So you can update this. Then what will happen is that when you click, there is a fading and there is this collapsing, expanding smoothly type of effect. So again, you may or may not want that, but it's there for you. Now, this is really interesting, and theme in particular, it's available in other tab modules as well. But again, that's something that this one, to me, it really came highly, because amongst other things is that there's a preview. First of all, the themes are very nice looking. That's the first thing. And again, you don't have to do much with them unless you have a very, very particular needs. Then you need to customize them, and I'll show in a second how you can go about doing that. But the themes are very nice. So, And the other nice thing is that there's a preview. So you can select a theme. There's a preview down here. It's an image, but it will give you right away the sense, the feeling of how the module will look like. And for a particular theme, there might be different skins for that. Usually those skins are one with the tabs at the bottom, another one with the tabs at the top. So let's say Cupertino here in blue. Let's try to update this and see how it looks like. So here's the blue theme. So again, very, very nice themes. Okay, but here's the other thing. If none of those themes, if none of those are suit your needs, so what you can do, you can customize them. If you are familiarized with CSS, then you are more than welcome to create your own. And let me just give a little direction on that one. I have the module installed in my local system as well. So I'm going to open just a site that I have here locally. And if I go to the root folder of my site, to desktop modules, to live tabs, there is a folder called themes. So for each theme that you can see here, there is a corresponding folder here. So if there is a theme that you want to customize, what I suggest is that create a copy of this entire folder, put another name, and then you can open and you can do your own customization. There is a CSS for each version of the not for each version, for each skin that you create. So a folder is a theme, and inside the folder, it has different CSS files, which again, you would be creating different skins. So if you are familiarized with CSS, you can just customize, you can create your own, you can change colors, you can change anything, but get started by copying the one that is closest to what you want to achieve, and then do your own customization, okay? So I guess to finalize here, the last option that we have is the analytics. So you can track clicks on the different tabs by checking this option that says track clicks. Select that. And this will be done by using Google Analytics, the tracking code of Google Analytics. So you may have Google Analytics already installed on the site, or you may want to provide your Google Analytics tracking code here. So again, very simple to use, and then you can use that. There's actually a video that I show a little bit about tracking code in DNN and Google Analytics. But again, this is how you can go about tracking clicks. You can see the clicks in Google Analytics by enabling this option. So this is pretty much it. This is an overview of a nice tabs module called Live Tabs by Mandeeps. And that's it. Give it a try. Create an account on try.netnuke.com and have a look at this module. It may be what you need for your tab needs. Okay, thank you very much and bye for now.